1 minus 3 over -8 plus 4. Could you simplify this for me, please? Kind of a warm-up question here.
Is it -1?
Yeah, so we got -4 over -4, which is, try again one more time.
1.
It's +1. Yeah, good. Okay. So there's this thing called the slope formula. Slope formula is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Is that something you have seen before?
Yes.
Okay, fantastic. So the first thing we're gonna do here is just give you a problem just to see, how you do. And this isn't meant to be trickery or anything like that. So let me give you um, some points here to consider. I'll work this one out with you. So I'm going to give you two ordered pairs. The ordered pairs are x and then y, x and then y, x1 and then y1, x2 and then y2, like that. Okay.
Okay.
So you have to be able to put these into the equation here. So it looks like the 14. There's always a minus. That minus is not related to that negative. 14 minus a -4, -1 minus a -4. So I'd like you to try simplifying this from here, please.
(18/3).
Okay, does that reduce?
No.
And you divide 18 by 3.
Yes. It's 6.
Okay, it is 6. Yes. Okay, good. So please get this note down in the chat. Or I'm sorry, the chat. Get these notes down in your notebook, and let me know in the chat when you're done, but you can just tell me verbally.
Yeah, I got him.
Okay. So I'm going to give you a new problem to work on here. That is, again, I'm not trying to be difficult here. Just give you some new points. You just got to be able to put this into the formula. I mean, that's the key here. Slope is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1.
-7 over 14.
Okay, so again, it's kind of the same question is, does that reduce? -6 -1, or 1 minus a -14. It is negative. Sorry, 13. I put the wrong number in there because I was already thinking about the solution or what you said. Yes, this is correct, but it does reduce. You got to be looking for, does it does that work? Does 7 go into 14? Yes, it does.
-2.
Well, if it was 14 over 7, it would be -2. They both are divisible by 7, so it's -1 over 2. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So I got to get you to do one, fully all the way, totally
Yeah.
done here. Let me got some different problems here. Maybe I can find some that are a little more straightforward here. Yeah, let's maybe backtrack here. Maybe these were a little bit too difficult to start out. So let me throw another one in front of you here. And again, just calculate the slope between those 2 points. I think it's good to write the formula each time.
Four over 1.
Okay, so the slope here is 6 minus 2 over 2 minus 1, which is 4. Or 1 to 4. Good, very good. Okay, so you can see that that's good. Let me give you one just a tiny bit more difficult here, and then we'll kind of move to the next part of this, which is it just adds steps. But so you do another one here on your own, please, and take a look at that.
Four over 4, which is 1.
It's 1. So 2 minus a minus 2, 3 minus a minus 1, which is 4 over 4, which is 1. Yeah, good. Okay, so this is the next part of it. So after we calculate the slope, you probably have seen this before. There's this equation y equals mx plus b. Have you seen that before?
Yeah.
M is the slope and b is what's called the y-intercept. I have no idea why it's b, but that's, well, I've got some idea, but I don't know why they do it this way, but that is what it is. So just consider it. So in your problem here, you found that the slope is 1. So you would write y equals 1x plus b. And that would be the start of this. Now to find b, you need an x and a y. So you actually go back to the one of the points here, and you can choose either one, but here's the thing, usually you choose one that's nice. So nice to me is this one here, 3,2. So I would put the 2 in for y, 3 in for x plus b, and then solve it. So that's why we learned how to do equations. So that you could solve something that's 2 equals 3 plus b. You subtract 3 from both sides, b equals -1. That goes back in here, so that your final equation is y equals 1x minus 1, positive 1x minus 1. So you've been finding the slope, and not, none of that will change. Okay. You're going to find the slope, but now we're going to add to it that we're going to find this b value. Okay.
Okay.
Is that clear?
Yep.
All right. So hopefully I pick ones that are nice, kind of in some ways. So we're going to kind of work through this one together. I'm going to have you first determine the slope like we've been doing.
Two over three.
Well, maybe I might have picked that one here. So let me work this out here. So -2 minus a -4 over 0 minus a -3. So you are right. It's 2 over 3. So that's okay. Let's just go with it because we are going to have some with fractions. So let's say it's y equals 2/3 x plus b. Okay. Now you have a choice. You can either use -3 -4 or 0 -2. Okay. And I would use the 0 -2. You'll see why in a moment. So -2 equals 2/3 times 0 plus b. So you're using, you have to pick the ordered pair that you're going to use. It doesn't matter which one you pick. In this case, when you multiply by 0, well, that's good, because when you multiply by 0, it goes away. -2 equals b. So that goes back into this equation here. So y equals 2/3 x minus 2. So is that okay so far? How we're gonna solve these?
Yep.
Okay. So let me find one. Let me look for some better problems here. Okay, so here is a new problem for you to do. What I want you to do first, though, is just do the slope. Let's make sure you got the right slope before you proceed, and then I'll let you write the full equation.
-6 over -3.
So does that reduce?
1/2.
Okay, but so we gotta look at something real quick here. 8 divided by 4 and 4 divided by 8. Are these the same? Do they look the same? Like they have the same numbers, but are they in the same place?
No.
No. So the first one is 2, the second one is 1/2. I want you to look at those and try to come up with a rule for yourself to how you're going to remember the difference between them. Okay, did you come up with something?
Kind of.
Okay, so you gotta look at like which number's bigger. If the bigger number is on top, it's a whole number. If the bigger number's on bottom, it's typically a fraction. Because you said the right things, like you gave me the right everything. You said this is -6 over -3, which is completely correct. But then you gave me the wrong slope. So this ends up being just 2.
Okay.
Okay, because the bigger number's on top. I mean, it doesn't always work, but so now we're gonna write y equals 2x plus b. Which point do you want to use? -2, 2 or -5, -4? And you should have a reason for it. Like, don't just pick one because it's not like flipping a coin. You should have a good reason for it.
-2 with 2.
Okay, so we're gonna use -2, comma 2, x and y. So that means y is 2, x is -2 plus b. 2 equals -4 plus b. Add 4 to both sides. B equals 6. Is that okay? Clear?
Yes.
So that goes back into this equation right here. And so this is your final answer. What I'm writing here is your final answer. It's got to have a y, it's got to have an x, and it's got to have, the number there. So really want you to be able to do one on your own, but let's just try this process again. Let me know if you need a break or anything, kind of halfway through the lesson here. So I want you to first find the slope for me, please.
-10 over -1.
Close. It should be -5 minus 5 over 4 minus 5. Is that what you have written?
Yes.
-10 over -1. What does that become?
1,
Try again.
2,
10 divided by 1. 10 divided by 1.
10.
Any number divided by 1 is just the number. So in this case, 10. The two negatives cancel. So your slope is 10. You got to get that part right. And then you write y equal 10x plus b. I'm going to suggest you use this first point here. I want you to go ahead and calculate the value of
B equals -45.
You are correct. Good. It's going to write in these steps in case you want to look at it later. 5 equals 50 plus b equals -45. So to finish it off, you have to put it back in there. Y equals 10x minus 45 like that. So I think you're getting the hang of it. Meaning like you're doing a good job here of figuring this out. So let's see if you can do one start to finish. So, I'm not going to check your slope. I just want you to give me the final answer, the final equation. So y equals mx plus b. That's all I'm looking for when you're done. That's what I want as a result here.
Y equals 2x minus 5.
You got it. Perfect. Really good. So what do you think about these problems? I mean, what's the hardest part?
Probably that dividing.
Okay. All right. Well, let's do some more here. We talked a little bit. Let me give you some new problems here. Let's say I tell you, for example, the slope is 1/2 and it goes through the point 4 comma -3. Okay. So this is where more likely you're gonna have some problems here where the slope is is negative. Or, I'm sorry, is a fraction. And then you got to put this point in. So it's -3 equals 1/2 times 4 plus b. And then you have to solve this. So do you remember how to multiply a fraction by a whole number?
No.
Okay, let's review. So 1/2 times 4 is really 1/2 times 4 over 1, 4 over 2, which is 2, like that. Does that make sense or not? Is that totally
Yeah, that makes sense.
weird? Okay, so that you're gonna have that happen here, where you're gonna have to, multiply by fractions. So this ends up being -3 equals 2 plus b. And then you solve by subtracting 2 from both sides. So in this problem, b equals -5, and then you put that back in here. So it ends up being y equals 1/2 x minus 5. Okay, so what I'm doing here now is trying to save you a little time by, you don't have to find the slope anymore. I'm gonna give you the slope, but it's gonna be a fraction. So we're gonna work a little bit with fractions now. So let's do a new problem here. M equals 1/3. And let's say it goes to the point 6 comma +4, 6 comma +4. So you want to give this a try? 1/3 x plus b.
Okay. Y equals 1/3 x plus 2.
That sounds right to me. Very good. Okay, good. So let's go back and do a problem where you are going to find the slope, and the slope is going to be a fraction.
Okay.
Okay, so go ahead and first calculate the slope on this one, please, and then we'll talk about how to proceed.
-9 over -2.
So what does that reduce to? Just the signs. Think about the signs. Two negatives make a
Positive.
positive. So +9 over 2. Okay. Okay, so y equals 9/2 x plus b. Use either point and solve for b.
y equals 9/2x minus 4.
So very good. So what's important for you to see, and we won't see very many problems like that, is when you get this point, when you get 0 comma anything, that second one is always the b value. Always. Okay, so there's no exceptions to that, and that's good because it allows you to allows you to know that you don't even have to do this calculation. You just get it. So, all right, let's do another one here, and then maybe we'll switch to something else for the last few minutes. But one more of these where you find the slope, b value, and then you put it all together.